The Edge at 11 starts now.
Breaking news out of Hamtramck. The police chief and city manager have been terminated.
Council members made the decision following a heated report of misconduct by the two and another officer whose job is also now on the line. Fox News' Dave Kinchin joining us live from Hamtramck City Hall with the latest on this. Really a bombshell here, Dave.
Yeah, it really is. You can call this the crescendo, the climax of a months-long episode with lots of drama. An attorney working on this case representing, in fact, the city manager who was fired said that a lot of this is like an episode of The Sopranos, although that's more relating to their case against the city. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get a video, tell you all about what just happened not long ago. Tonight, the city manager, Max Garbarino, is out. So is the suspended police chief, Jamil Al-Tahiri. Hamtramck City Council firing Garbarino after the independent Miller-Johnson report said he was too slow to suspend the chief and Officer David Adamczyk after learning of misconduct allegations against them. The council backed the recommended firing of Adamczyk, but that job was to be done by the city administration. The council itself cannot directly fire a police officer because they have a different contract. The mayor says they expect Adamczyk to be fired within days. There's a 10-day set process there. The report, that independent report, says Adamczyk actually left the city job in a cloud more than 20 years ago and questioned Garbarino's judgment in ignoring the concerns of several officers when rehiring Adamczyk. It also questions Garbarino's decision to attend that June City Council meeting with a concealed pistol soon after he was placed on leave. We got sound from the mayor reacting to all of this.
I'm really disappointed by the finding of the report, but it is what it is. I mean, we hired this firm, we trusted them, and we have to go by their recommendations and their findings.
Mayor, what do you say to people who are watching this around the country, not just here in Hamtramck, and they say, how did this get so out of control in city government?
Well, this is common everywhere. I mean, individual...
but this amount of... misdeeds and such.
Tell you the thing. There is it's obvious there is toxic environment inside the city hall. It's obvious, caused by some individuals.
Recapping all of this, Max Garbarino, the city manager, voted out by city council. Jamil Al-Tahiri, the police chief, also voted out by city council. Now, you'll recall Garbarino did place Al-Tahiri, the chief, on leave because of those allegations of misconduct that came up. And in fact, it was the city administration or the city council that said, well, you know, Garbarino moved too quickly in suspending the chief, so they suspended Garbarino. Well, actually, that independent report said, if anything, Garbarino should have acted sooner in suspending the chief and Adamczyk as well. We did talk. I did speak with the attorney for Garbarino. They say that tomorrow they're expected to say a lot more on this case. And again, we did hear from the attorney earlier tonight for the fired police chief. They say they look forward to dealing with this all in litigation as well. Reporting live in Hamtramck, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
And certainly all the information was shocking to many that have come out. But what about the Garbarino, though? I mean, he was the one that really came forward with a lot of this information, and then to be fired, it seems like there might be more to this.
Yeah, you know, that's certainly what it seems like his legal team is saying. The report said that, if anything, that Garbarino should have acted even sooner, that there was evidence that he knew about certain things relating to the police chief for months before actually taking action. Remember, though, it was the mayor who said that Garbarino acted too quickly, and so for fairness, they wanted him to be suspended. That's how Garbarino was suspended in all of this. But then this independent probe says, you know, if anything, Garbarino should have acted a lot sooner. But again, his legal team disputing a lot of what's in that report tonight.
Well, one thing we can definitely agree on, this is a messy story, and more to come on it. Thanks so much, Dave.
Also tonight is a story that gave us quite the shock last week. Monkey meat in luggage coming into Detroit Metro Airport.
And it got us wondering, what other bizarre items does Customs and Border Protection find at DTW? Fox News' Jessica Dupnack giving us an exclusive look.
We are with Customs and Border Protection in their lair here at DTW, and we're surrounded by a lot of the things, bizarre things that they have confiscated. Now, a lot of these things, they're easy to spot, but there's a secret weapon for the things that are not. And we are joined by agricultural specialist Tyler Fox right now.
Yes.
Show us your secret weapon,
So one
please.
thing we have is an extremely adorable and incredibly talented canine named Marley. Good boy.
That's
so
some
this
good
little
TV
guy
right there.
Can sniff out pretty much everything on this table with extreme efficiency.
And how does it work? So where are they stationed, and how do they know what to look for?
So these dogs are actually trained at a facility by USDA that we go to for a training course, and there they learn basic odors. And when they get back here, they quickly learn to generalize. So they're trained on mango, apple, citrus, stuff like that, but they broaden that into so many other things, plant material, bushmeat in some cases.
Quite recently,
All
yeah,
sorts of
52
different
pounds
things.
of monkey meat seized here at DTW. Now, how good are they? Like, give us an example of how just impressive these guys are.
I know for a fact these dogs can sniff out a single leaf in a suitcase.
That's unbelievable.
Fresh material, they know it, they love it, they want the reward for it, and they're highly trained to do it.
And, this is the thing. Do they like what they do? I mean, these guys seem so happy.
This is play for them. They love it. They love their hunting dogs, and this is what they hunt.
And they like you too, I see.
Yeah, I have a special relationship with this little guy.
So when the canines or the officers or specialists make these seizures, what do you guys do with what you take?
So our primary thing is that we'll look through any fresh material for insects, live insects, something that can be invasive. The meat products, everything gets steam sterilized, and that's how it finally gets destroyed.
And do you send it to a lab for testing, or is this the lab where any kind of testing may go on?
So here, most of the meat products just get simply disposed of, but the insects, sometimes those will go further on. If it's something that needs further identification, we'll go to the Smithsonian or local USDA, something like that.
And in terms of people being maliciously trying to bring stuff in, for the most part, it's not malicious.
Typically, it's not malicious. Again, it's people they're tied to cultures that want to bring something from home, think the tree would look nice in their yard, and don't think about the possible consequences of doing something like that.
I was a little surprised by some of the things that were on the table, especially some of the packaged goods. If you do have any questions and you're a traveler, where can you find out what you can bring in?
That information can be found on cbp.gov.
All right, well, thank you so much, Tyler Fox. This has been fascinating. We will continue to keep tabs on some of these seizures, but for now, reporting at DTW, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
At one Tyler out the side window, and then actually able to kick the side door open so that they can get out, and then from there I had to run in the kitchen to grab the other boy. I don't know how old he is, but he was lifeless when I grabbed him.
Good Samaritans jumping into action, saving a toddler and baby from a burning house on the city's west side. The blaze broke out this morning on San Juan Drive near Livernois and 8 Mile. Police say the toddler and teenager that were rescued are in critical condition. Unfortunately, their grandmother was killed. The mom, dad, and 1-year-old boy were treated for smoke inhalation.
He's a 41-year-old man, and very young, and to pass away like that is just horribly tragic.
The man who was killed in Sterling Heights yesterday has been identified as a school bus driver. We're told around 2:30 p.m. he was on a lift clearing branches near a school bus parking lot between Van Dyke and Mound Road. Investigators say he touched a power line, was electrocuted, and then he was pronounced dead at the hospital. At this time, it's unclear why he was clearing those branches. Fox 2 has reached out to the Michigan Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or known as MIOSHA, to learn more.
A lot of tears in a Detroit courtroom today as a mother was sentenced for giving her 4-year-old son fentanyl, causing him to go into cardiac arrest and die. This happened in April of 2022. Siobhan Boone later confessed to what happened and then spoke briefly in court today.
I didn't do anything on purpose. I loved my son with all my heart.
The life of an innocent and defenseless baby has been taken away, and as parents, we are supposed to be the #1 protector of our children. To grasp the realization that Anthony will never live on earth again is painful.
Boone pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in the case. She was sentenced to serve 22 to 40 years in prison.
Meanwhile, over in Pontiac, the mom accused of abandoning her kids, leaving them to live in filth for years, may lose her parental rights. Kelly Bryant appeared in civil court for a custody hearing today where she pleaded no contest, meaning it will now be a judge's decision on who will take care of Bryant's kids. And right now, there's talk of reuniting them with their father.
I think Dad's doing everything we're asking him to do. As soon as he can get into services, he's doing it. So he's got a full-time job. He's working on getting housing. He's going in counseling, those types of things. So I think he's doing everything he can.
The next hearing on the custody issue will be next month. Bryant is also facing first-degree child abuse charges, which carry a maximum penalty of life in prison.
An Oakland Township man is accused of groping a teenage girl at a Kroger. 35-year-old Nathan McDonald is charged in the case. The alleged crime happening last week. McDonald is accused of groping the 16-year-old while she shopped with her mom at the Kroger on Silver Bell and Adams. McDonald is charged with fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct.
The GOP-controlled State House has voted to approve the next state budget. The votes were 59 yes and 45 no on the $78 billion plan. Negotiations between House Republicans, the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, they have gone on for months, and state lawmakers have struggled to find common ground. The plan in the Democratic-run Senate is different from the House Republicans' plan. The budget deadline is October 1st.